All right, Flow Nation crew, it is time for Sunday dinner. We're going to do a little wings in the air fryer. That's my go-to. And some okra, cornbread, and some augratin potatoes. You see my potatoes there, peeled. And I'm about to slice them thin on the mandolin. And then I have some salted butter, 2% milk, shredded cheese, flour, salt, pepper, and some ground mustard to make my roux. I'll put the potatoes down in the pan, and then I'll top them with some of the diced onions, and then the cheese sauce, some paprika, and then some scallions, and bake that for about 40 minutes. My oven is already preheated at 350 degrees. And then I will season up my chicken wings and put them in the air fryer on 400 for 25 minutes. And they come out nice and crispy. You wouldn't even know the difference between fried in grease and air fried, which is much healthier. So stay tuned, and I will show you once I assemble or start making the roux. I will show you at that point. So you have to be very careful with this mandolin. You can see or hear it is very sharp. Then you have this part, attach onto there to get the remaining pieces. I'm not going to cut that piece there. So you can see the slices, and I've started assembling them in the pan. So now that's all my potatoes laid out. Now it's on to making the cheese sauce, the roux. 3 tablespoons of salted butter melting on medium heat. While waiting for the butter to melt, I've gone ahead and sprinkled the diced onion on top of the potato slices. Got my okra rinsed off, and I'm going to go ahead and let that drain, and then I'll pat it dry with a towel. You don't want to have it be slimy. You want to cut down on the sliminess as much as possible. So butter is melting, so I'm going to be putting in the flour, the salt, pepper, and the ground mustard now. Alright, so I am putting in my salt, pepper, and ground mustard. And I'm sprinkling in flour. 3 tablespoons of flour, and a whisk. Now you're cooking the flour and butter mixed in the seasoning. Okay, then I'm going to pour in some of the milk, not all of it. And you just have to whisk vigorously. Pour in some more of the milk. I like to pour mine in a little bit at a time. It's all on the wrist. Making a smooth roux on the heat. And you're keeping it on medium heat so you don't scald it. You're not trying to cook the milk, burn the milk, which can easily be done. Okay, pour the rest of my milk in now and just whisk it. Making sure you're getting the sides. I'll show you. You're just going to make sure you're getting all the goodness from the sides. keep whisking until the flour and milk and butter is all incorporated and nice and smooth. And when I'm ready to add the cheese, I will let you know. Alright, so now I have the milk, flour, and seasoning mixture how I want it. I'm going to show it to you. See how creamy, smooth, velvety that is? Yes, so that's what you're looking for. I'm going to put my cheese in a little bit at a time. I have a cup of cheese. It's 3 cheeses, Jack, cheddar, and Colby. I'm just going to put in about half of that and whisk that in. Turn this heat down to low. You can use any kind of cheese you like, and as many cheeses as you like. Okay. So I'm going to incorporate the cheese a little bit at a time so you can see. Just make a roux and make a cheese sauce. You do this with macaroni and cheese or rotten potatoes. I might add a little bit more. It will build up your muscles in your arm because you have to whisk. The secret to a nice smooth cheese sauce is you have to whisk. It should come out like a nice smooth cake batter. See that? Not gritty. If you see specks of flour and tiny little balls, you see gritty and stuff in your pot, that's not a successful cheese sauce. That cheese sauce broke. You need to start again or just scratch it. Just say the heck with it. Because that's not going to do nothing but have gritty pieces of flour in it, and that's not going to do nothing. So I'm going to get this poured over my pan, and I will be right back to show you what that looks like. Okay, so I got the cheese sauce pouring on there. I'm just going to evenly distribute that across all of the potatoes. Again, you can see how creamy that is. It's just luscious. Just make sure you get everything covered. This little corner here is a problem. So I'll make sure we get that covered. Make sure you get everything covered evenly. Get down in there, buddy. Alright, so got it covered. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit more shredded cheese across the top. Paprika. Alright, so it's going in the oven at 350 degrees for 40 minutes, and I'll top it with the green scallions once it comes out of the oven. Stand by. So I'll make a little cornbread. for dinner as well. I have my baking pan sprayed with butter spray. I always use Jiffy cornbread mix. 1 egg. A little bit of sugar. And milk. Pan. Going in the oven. So I got my okra, cutting the tops and bottoms off, then cutting them, I guess you call it on the bias. See, I'm cutting them on an angle that way. After cutting the tops and the bottoms off, you wash them, let them drain, and then you pat them dry. It cuts down on the slime. And in a cast iron skillet, I have some extra virgin olive oil heating up. Once I get these in the pan, I will be back. And why Giants Big Blue? You already know. Sauteing okra and olive oil, salt and pepper. Keep it simple. So I take the whole wing, cleaver, and that joint, cut them in half. One more time. Full chicken, joint in the middle, cut them in half. I'll finish getting these cut, get them seasoned, and show you when I put them in the air fryer. Chicken seasoned with adobo, Greek seasoning, black pepper, and a little bit of Lawry's seasoning salt. I'm just going to get it all rubbed in, and then I'll put them in the air fryer. Got my air fryer. Chicken. 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, split it in half. Olive oil. Then off to the air fryer. And there you go. Okra sauteing, cornbread, and cheesy au gratin potatoes cooking. Chicken's in the air fryer. When everything is all done and I have it plated up, I will do a separate short video for that. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. Please be safe and be blessed.